Testing, testing. Okay, so... Well, maybe I can fix this. Hello, everyone. All right. So let me make sure everything is good. Jasmine, or actually, let me just do the intro. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 34th and Crenshaw where you can sit back, relax, and talk K-pop with your homegirls and homeboys and home days. Jasmine, how are you doing this week?
I'm good.
It was Thanksgiving. Have any fun Thanksgiving tales?
Um, no. I got my trees. Well, yeah.
Oh, you buy real trees like for Christmas?
Yeah,
Dang, fancy.
every year.
That's nice. So wait, you bought more than one?
Yeah, we get three.
And you
It
just
used to be one, and then it turned into two, and then I think it turned into three. Like, we had our family tree, and then my sister and I wanted a tree, I guess. I don't remember how it started. And then we got our own tree, and then my mom was like, I want a tree, so then she got her own tree. But they're like smaller trees. Like, we got two small ones, and then the regular size Christmas tree.
Oh, that's cute. I like that
Yeah.
idea. Everyone kind of can show their own like individuality. I got really excited like 2 years ago because I bought like a really small fig tree for like my stream to decorate on my stream, and it was like
Mm.
white and it was like all pink decorations, and I'm like, that's actually really fun. Like when you, because all my decorations are from like years past that my family, we always bring out the same ones, and then we just use the
Oh, yeah.
same decorations, and it's just like,
We
I
do.
mean, I want to use these, but since they already been bought, let me not, shake it up. But that's really cute.
Yeah.
I like
We have
that.
like really old ornaments. Like some of them, I'm like, like I don't know how long you've been here. Like we've had to replace like the hook area. Like we had to
Oh yeah.
buy, or actually, I think I bought them because I was like, so many of these are missing.
Oh wow, they must be really old then. But that's nice though, because it's like, oh, it's like a family heirloom at this point because you've had them around
Yeah,
so long. So that's
we have a
cute.
lot of like old ones that are like ones that I made as a kid or my sister made as a kid,
Oh.
or like random ones where it's just. I think one was like my grandma made it, and it has like our names on it, like each family member.
Like when she was younger, or she like just made it like it's
My
for
grandma?
yeah.
Like when we were younger, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's really cute
When I was
though.
younger, my sister.
Yeah, that's really cute. My Thanksgiving was ruined because I got
Oh
sick.
yeah. At
Um,
least you were sick with your family
I should have
together.
been I should have been together with Rain. So
Oh yeah.
unfortunately, I'll just the cat's out of the bag. Rain's concert. I was supposed to go to the his concert in New Jersey slash Vegas, whatever, this weekend because
Atlantic
he.
City.
What was it? Atlantic City, New
Atlantic
Jersey?
City.
Oh yeah. Atlantic City, New Jersey over the weekend or over the week on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. And you know what? As a cloud, I was like, let me just do this for my fave. It was foolish for him to have it on Thanksgiving weekend. That was really annoying. But I'm not gonna miss out on his first concert in the U.S. in like 10 years, besides KCON LA. But that was his concert, and so unfortunately, I did get sick. Now, lucky for me, I hadn't bought the ticket yet, but I did have to waste money on the hotel because it was too late to refund, and I'm really sad because I think I told you, Jazz. I was trying to keep my hopes up because in the Instagram video where he announced that this tour was happening, these 2 tour dates, he said it was the start of his Still Raining tour. So I was like, hopefully he's just testing the waters, seeing the response in Vegas and in Atlantic City, and then he'll add more dates. So he made a post on his Instagram basically saying, "Thank you so much for everyone for kicking off my tour. Next up is Seoul, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, and Hong Kong, and nothing else."
Dang. Not even Canada
True.
or Europe.
They had
Where's
Europe.
Europe?
That's so true. Well,
He said delete
Canada.
that whole entire continent.
He was like,
All of it.
the Western Hemisphere concerts are Atlantic City and Las Vegas, and that all y'all have to find a way to get there, I guess. But yeah, I was so sad, and I literally, I was like trying to keep my hopes up, so I wasn't too sad, but I like told myself I couldn't watch a lot of concert videos because I knew even though I wanted to see like the videos, I'd get really sad. But then I was like,
Oh.
okay, more dates. But then when I saw that, I literally had to hold back tears. Like, it was so
Oh.
gross. Yeah, because I was like, that was my chance.
Gross.
Yeah, I was like, who are you? I was like, get it together. But yeah, I was, yeah.
You can go to Seoul. You know?
Well, the thing is, I'm planning to go back to Japan next year. So I'm like, if
Oh, I thought you
everything,
said next week. I was going to be like, ma'am.
tomorrow I'm going to Japan to find him. But I'm hoping, I'm like, okay, Lucifer, you won this round, but God, I need you to take control, all right? And like, if the dates that I want to go to Japan align with his Japan concert, I will literally just be so happy because seeing him in Japan will probably be so much cheaper than the tickets in America. And I don't know. I heard like Japan crowds are not as like, but maybe that's a good thing. I can like sit there and like just enjoy him quietly. But yes, for those of you just joining, I didn't get to see Rain. The devil worked really hard, and Kris Jenner did not work harder this time, and it fell.
Kris Jenner.
Haven't you ever heard that phrase? The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
No.
It's
What does that even mean?
It's just like how she's like a extreme momager, and how like she'll like, you know, always, you know, make sure that the PR's machine's working for her daughters, which is like slay a tad. Before we get started, first of all, hello everyone in the chat. Welcome again to the Sleepy Idol. Hey, Andre, Leanne, and Chrissy. I'm glad you guys can make it. Before I wanted to start, okay, I know we don't really talk about anything outside of like K-pop news, but did you see that whole thing with the girl and her boyfriend's hoodie?
Hmm?
You didn't see this?
What is that?
It's okay.
It's a TikTok?
It's like a TikTok drama. You remember West Elm Caleb?
West Elm is a store, right?
I think it might be, but I think it was in reference to a place in New York.
Oh.
Chaz, we gotta have one TikTok account that it just like basically so we can see we can be on the same side as, yes, hoodie girl. Okay, we need to know. So essentially, I'm gonna go ahead and explain this foolishness to you. All right, so this girl gets on TikTok. I think she already was a somewhat popular creator. That's why it went a little viral. But she basically goes on TikTok and talks about a time where she basically had to ghost a friend. And essentially, she cites the reason for ghosting this friend as it was very evident at one point that the friend wanted to take her man. So it all started when I guess we're at like some kind of party or gathering. She thought the guy was cute. Her friend helps like make the hookup, and you know, it kind of is like, it goes from throughout the story, her and the guy talking and everyone know they're talking, to like when they're full out dating. So girl A that's telling this story, she proceeds to say all the signs and weird things the other friend did that basically tipped her off that, oh, she's trying to steal my man. And it included like going to like a store and buying her man his favorite sandwich, and then like insisting that she's the one to hand it to her, like the friend B. What was the other thing? Oh, they were at like a party or some type of like get together, and she was cold, so the girl A boyfriend gave girl B her hoodie his hoodie to wear, and then she wears it home, and then she proceeds to not give it back for like 3 weeks or whatever, and then she's taking like Instagram stories or whatever. And then, like, thirdly, she adds the boyfriend to her close friends on Instagram. And that was like,
Okay.
yeah, she was like, why would you be adding my boyfriend? And she was like, she was taking, and this is when I thought I was old, because I was like, what is this? She said the girl was taking attention traps. So, you know, like thirst traps, but like for attention. I don't know what that means, but
Attention traps. Okay.
youths in the chat, please let the aunties know what the hell that means. Thank you. But yeah, so they're basically saying, oh, this sucks, like a girl that is not a girl's girl, blah blah blah. But then friend B, which I don't know which one's Kelly, is one Grace and one Kelly, or am I just thinking of Grace Kelly?
Grace Kelly.
That's what I was thinking. Friend B, who the story was told about, was like, this is so crazy because obviously friend A said that she ghosted this friend, but friend B's like, I was ghosted. She makes her own TikTok, and I literally never knew why until I saw this video go viral about you basically talking about me and my friendship. And so she was like, this is so crazy because if we basically just talked, maybe we could have hashed this out. Then she proceeds to tell her side of the story of like everything that happened. And so first off, she explains away the close friends thing. And she was like, I don't take close friends that seriously. And she mentions how like they all met on the same night. And afterwards, she added all those people on Instagram and added them to the close friends. And she was like, yeah, if I want a thirst trap or attention trap, I put that on my main story because I want everyone to see how hot I am, basically. Like, she's like, you know, kind of like tongue in cheek, like, I want to use like save that for the close story. Then she says the whole sandwich story was specifically because friend A and friend B at one point they were living together, and the boyfriend comes over and helps friend B mount her TV to her wall. So she's saying in like gratitude of the boy mounting the TV, she went to go buy him a sandwich, and then she like I guess left it in the fridge, and she was like, you can come pick it up before work or whatever, because if you don't pick it up like the next day, it will be like a crappy sandwich or whatever. And then the hoodie thing, she was like, oh, I only kept the hoodie because it was cute. Like I'm notorious for like snatching up hoodies. It has nothing to do with your boyfriend. You know, I don't want your man. So basically there's been this back and forth debacle about whether people are team friend A or team friend B, whether they think the team friend A is one of those notorious girls that always thinks everyone wants their man, or whether team B or girl B is like, you know, trying to encroach on their man. And it's like people are very like concerned and enthralled in this debate, because a lot of people are saying, I mean, I think it's getting really personal, because a lot of people, the first time I ever heard this story, somebody was like, if you are a friend A, then you're somebody who centers men or is like men obsessed. So you think everything revolves around a man, because girl B was basically like, I'm not worried about your man. I'm just doing stuff, you know? I'm not worried about this guy. Like, I would do that for anything. But, you know, if you're really like, man, like, so people are basically, it's like a debate, like, are you a girl's girl? Or are you not a girl's girl type thing? So
Yeah.
it's kind of
I
crazy.
hate that term.
I
Girls,
know.
girl.
It's
Like, what is that?
basically, it's weaponized at this point. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
act a certain way, you know what's also weaponized? Pick me.
Is it weaponized?
Do
we like pick-me's?
Okay, in your opinion, and chat, you're like, are pick-me's in or are pick-me's out? Chat, you can tell me what you think. But okay, how would you describe a pick-me? Just
someone who will do things just to get attention.
So, like, what kind of things, or maybe do you have like a character from like a show or something that you would say this is a pick-me girl?
Person from a show.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, fiction or something. Or if you just want to say like how would you like describe them, like their behavior specifically?
Like if you say something like, oh, I don't like I like my friends to be strong, independent women, but then a guy is like, I hate that. And it's like, yeah, that's stupid. Like, you're a pick-me. Just to get that guy's attention. You're a pick-me. You're just trying to get the guy to be on your side by siding with whatever he wants.
That's what I thought. I thought it was just like you do things like specifically to appeal to men, and like specifically also you're willing to throw women under the bus and make them look bad. Like the example they always use. Oh,
What
what
was
were
I
you
gonna
saying?
say? Actually, Barbie. The Barbie movie.
Oh
When the
yeah.
girls started turning into like whatever they were turning into, they were all turning into pick-me's.
Okay, yeah.
They're all pick-me's.
Yeah. And it's weird because I feel like it's like, so apparently like the old pick me was like not like other girls. So like girls who were like, oh my God, I can't even put on makeup. Like I don't even know what that is. Like one of the boys' girls.
Oh,
But now it's like a hyper feminine, like, I like, I'm all like, where are the boys at? Are we going to hang out with boys? Are boys going to be there? Type of girl or whatever.
oh.
But now it's parlayed to if you do anything that's even semblance of maybe seeming cutesy, they'll like crucify you. Like, okay,
Mm.
this is why I can't do TikTok. There were people legit calling Yua from Oh My Girl a pick me because she wore a face mask that was too big for her. So like in contrast, it made her look really small. And so like, like one of the pick me's is like, oh, I'm too small, like I'm just so tiny, like don't make fun of me because I'm short, like that kind of thing. So they were
Oh.
literally calling her a pick me because she wore that. Or like when
But did
one,
she say anything about it? She just wore it?
it
She
was
was
just
just
too
wearing
big
it?
for her. I don't know. Like I
I didn't
just
even
saw.
know they came in sizes for her to be like, let me let me get the small size. Like that seems like a weird thing to be upset about.
I do not know. Like, oh, Chrissy, yeah, Yua is also one that gets a lot of pick
Oh, I know.
me.
Uh,
Yeah,
did I call her pick me? I thought it was just like I guess it is pick me. I guess yeah, Wanyang. I was gonna say Wanyang.
Wanyang breathes and like pick me. Like, I remember when she ate that.
The
Uh,
freaking I will say that was a little weird. I was like, okay, what are we doing?
I'm
Like, eat
like,
that strawberry. It is small.
okay, listen, I will be always on the Wanyang defense team because I think, and again, I don't want to speak on her. This, because you know how everyone says she's very idly. Like, I think there was like a thing where JYP said like meeting her, she's one of the most idol-y idols that he ever like. She's just very just like traditional idol. She's out here to idol. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, just very like she's not the type to get into any like legitimate scandals. I don't think she'll ever be caught smoking. She'll never do because she's just like I'm here to like she's like I'm here for the check. I'm here to work and then clock out. Like
Mm.
that's the vibes I get. I think it's because she was traumatized for everyone always like being like you suck, you do this, you do that, you do. And so I feel like people are just getting are failing to find things to drag her for. So now it's just like, oh, now you're being too perfect, you're too on. And I do think maybe she does put on a show, but it's like she's an idol. It's like all
Yeah.
about entertainment. She's doing, entertainment
Yeah,
things.
she definitely doesn't deserve to be dragged
Yeah.
for like eating a strawberry oddly. But it's just
Listen, Wang Younginators, that's our
that thing
fave.
was so like it was this big. And she's
I just think
like
it's
that is
it's funny though because okay, so and a lot of the toxic ass TikToks that I see that like try to drag her and be like, oh, she's a pick me, whatever. They'll show like, oh, when Lisa eats like noodles, she'll like like
oh
or
yeah,
like
I
when
saw that. I saw that.
and it's like so funny because
Just like
I feel like at one point Lisa would be called a pick me because she's trying like I don't think
trying
she's
to
yeah be like oh
mm,
or like when that trend of
like
like
what's her name? Who's that actress with the era Katniss? What's her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
yeah
I feel like that would be like I feel like people didn't like her for a bit because they're like you're a little too relatable. Like
yeah
you like McDonald's, like really relax,
yeah
calm
yeah
down.
exactly yeah it's like it just like I don't even know like it sways either way I feel like too often
Mm.
but yeah okay so I wanted to just pivot real quick before we actually get into the topics about this so this is pivoting back to the girl A girl B the hoodie situation. Tiffany's says she apparently took pictures of herself with the sweater with a thong or the hoodie that
Ooh.
but the thing is people keep saying that but I'm like some people are saying it was the actual girlfriend who took pictures in the thong not the friend
Okay.
so I don't know but I
Also,
just
if she wasn't planning to give it back, I'm like, Who cares though? She was planning to keep it. I mean, it's hers now, so she can do whatever she wants. She was probably out here like, this is mine. I am wearing it how I please.
Oh god, that's insane. I don't know. I was like, I mean, the thing is, it was an interesting debate because I like the perspective thing, and I definitely like it
Yeah.
from like the whole there's your story, there's their story, then there's the truth. Because it's like if we never got the alternative like tale from the other girl, it would have been like, whoa, this girl's insane. She wants her man.
Yeah.
But I feel like no matter how you cut it, when girl B said her side, I was like, oh well, yeah, it seems like a misunderstanding. So
Yeah.
very strange. Space Karen says, "Are people still dragging Wan Young? I thought that was so last year.
I
As
think it is.
I think it is last year, but I think as long as like Ive and Wan Young are popular, people are gonna have something to say. Um,
Yeah.
but yes. So welcome everyone to the chat. And I think it's about time we get started with our first topic of the day. So Jazz, I always think that there's always like K-pop companies, K-pop idols. Why are you
Covering
disappearing?
me again.
I thought I fixed it. So this is
Yeah, that's what I
actually
thought.
I honestly I don't know. Like it was maybe it's when you're on screen. It's just like hide her. I don't
How
know.
dare. Wow.
Sorry. But yeah. So I always have an inkling that there's idols and or idol companies watching our like videos. But I think with this next topic, I have concrete proof because they said I'm tired of Jasmine trying to expose the BTS members talking about, isn't this person supposed to be in the army? How are they here if they're not in the army? So they said we are tired of Jasmine being on our necks. So let's just throw them
As it should be.
all. You're like,
I
if
was
not
actually
me,
gonna
then
throw
who?
in Seunghan. Like, I just realized I was like, man, wait, Kai left earlier this year. How is Sehun still here? Like, make it make sense.
Are you
SM.
enlistment patrol? Like, what's going
Yes, I
on
am.
here?
How did you know? Here's my badge.
Like, you're closing on 30, and I'm not sure I heard any enlistment news. So, but yes, the first thing I wanted to talk about was the surprise announcement. I guess I would say that happened this week. That BTS is going to the army. So on November 22nd, Big Hit Music released a message on Weverse basically stating that the four members that have yet to enlist in BTS, RM, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, have initiated the military enlistment process. So they kind of just gave like a general, here's what's happening, we're thankful for all the love and support from the fans, etc., etc. But I think what was really and I don't want to say nail in the coffin, but really confirmed everything was that Jungkook actually later went to Reverse and posted his own message to fans, which basically confirmed that they were enlisting and gave more details in that he noted that he's going to be enlisting in December. So we literally have, I don't know if it's right when December starts, but one more month with all the BTS members before they enlist. Now, like I said, this caught me by surprise. But Jasmine, what are your opinions on the fact that they're having these four last members just all enlist together?
I find it interesting.
In a good way?
Like, RM, I could see, I don't know. I would think that they would stagger RM and the other three. I don't know.
I guess that's true. I would actually think I can maybe even see because RM's 1994 and like Chimin and V are 95.
Yeah.
So I would say putting them together, but Jungkook has a good like 4 years, I believe.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years before he actually would have to enlist. And like we mentioned, like I think the first thing both of us kind of thought was, here go Jungkook with a whole album, just started his solo career. Why are you eating yourself into the army
Yeah.
for a year and a half? If everything happens correctly, they'd all be out by 2025. So maybe this is their way of speeding up everything so they can just get back together. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. But do you think, okay, so I know that there was one idol group and I forget their names where a majority of the members enlisted together, but do you think this will become a trend to like just have all the groups all the
I
boy
wish it
groups.
was.
Do you? Okay, I'm thinking about
Not
like
even like everyone, just like in parts, like in bigger chunks,
that's
rather
interesting.
than just going by their age.
Oh, okay. So like even if you're a bit younger, go a bit earlier just so you can
Yeah.
get out. Interesting. I wonder cuz the thing is, I wonder cuz I could see the companies really wanting or like yearning for a certain enlistment pattern, kind of like similar to what you're saying. So it's like, okay, this first chunk goes, and while that chunk's there, the other chunk promotes, and then vice versa. But I would think that was like not inhumane, Maine. That sounds insane. But like they can't force anyone to like do anything, right?
Well, yeah.
So it's like more up to the members who are just like, not necessarily in BTS but in general, who are like, nah, I'm gonna wait till I have to, or I'm gonna like wait until this time or whatever. So like that makes it kind of hard because it would have to be like
Yeah.
all the members are interested in making sure this group can come back as soon as possible. um
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. I'm gonna jump into chat real quick to see what you guys have to say. Let me real quick. Ooh, okay. um Chrissy says, I was surprised. I thought that RM would enlist and BTS would come back mid to late 2025 and then the rest would enlist after. Yeah, which is why I'm so interested. And I think it's really interesting that like Jungkook specifically posted the Weverse because I feel like, for the lack of better term, he's the one getting like the shortest end of the stick because he's having to go a lot more earlier than he would have to. Um,
Mm.
but it seemed like he was like, I think like the first part is literally he's uh like I'm starting a new journey in December, like by enlisting in the military, and I'm like, that's so beautiful. Like what? But it seemed like he's like,
Yeah.
okay, let me just do this. I don't know.
He's probably just coming to terms with it. He's like, whatever, at this point.
I like, you think he was willing to do it earlier because he's like, I'm gonna have to go at some point, or
Mm,
he's coming.
probably.
Okay. Because do you think he was just like, let me get it over with? Or he was like, for the good of the group, let me get it over with?
I feel like somebody probably said something to him and convinced him, or like gave him the options, and they're like, "It's up to you." And he was like, "You know what? You're right. I guess I can go early."
That would be so sad. If you were the youngest member, say it was like a 10-year difference, and they're like, okay, enlist 10 years earlier.
That'd be funny. I'd be like, "Okay, sure." We'll see what happens when I'm supposed to go. Will I be there or will I not?
Will my head be shaved? That will give you a sign. Because if it's not,
Exactly.
if I'm in locks, you'll know. You'll know that I'm not going anywhere.
I would come up with like a bald cap on. Be like, guys, I'm ready to go. Psych! And then just like, just be
That's
like,
so
bye, everyone.
scammy. They're like, we think you just hate us because why are you playing us like
Slightly.
this?
Because how dare you try and make me go early? What in the world?
Andre says, honestly, I think whole groups should enlist together to minimize the wait time like ONF did.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
the ones.
okay. Okay, that's the group. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard because it's like, now it's like you must think, and I guess like when you debut in an idol group, you do make a like commitment to like, okay, this is kind of my main thing. Like this is one of my highest prioritized things for the next however years this idol group's lasting. But I don't know, it is a lot to be like, okay, since you're in this idol group, you're gonna have to literally shape personal life decisions around what is best for the group. um I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be hard. um Tiffany V says, I'm a miss my man. Yeah, I feel like this is a very, because, okay, I was going to say, okay, so we are messy. So we've been saying, like, okay, when BTS has to go to the army, which boy group's going to snatch, which boy group's going to ascend, or whatever. But,
ATs. Hey.
they already gave you a cute 1-2 years, and none of y'all are stepping to the plate. I am so sorry.
Oh, well, they're coming back. I
ATs?
think this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that the one that the one guy spoiled months
Oh,
ago?
yeah.
Okay, coming to fruition. If I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna throw my boy group in the hat. Y'all, P1H Harm. Nope.
The
PH1.
one that you were dragging?
I was not. Don't do this.
You were like, okay, this is what you were doing. Simultaneous love and hate.
Guys, I had to mute her real quick because she was gonna expose it. What she's saying is lies. Okay, she said lies. All right, Jazz, you're unmuted.
You literally messaged me like, oh no, really?
Okay, no.
No, she likes the group.
Okay.
She said she likes the group.
Jasmine, you almost killed me. Okay. I'll throw.
What's your favorite song by them though?
Jump back, jump back, jump. We jumping in the house. We are jump. The house is
I feel like
jumping.
you combine jump and back down.
Oh, jumping back down. That's what it's called. Listen.
No, it's just jump and then back down.
Oh.
They're two different songs.
No, you didn't hear the remix they did for Choom? For Choom Studio?
For Choom? Studio Choom.
Studio
I forgot
Choom.
about them.
Yeah, they did a remix for, even though Studio Choom is just dancing, they did a remix where they combine the songs and sung them a cappella. So, but yeah, P1H.
I mean, they probably would have sounded good.
I know, because that is, okay, so what Jasmine was going to say, and this is really shady, but I'll say it. I haven't found a song of theirs that I quite like yet, but I've watched a lot of their variety shows. And so I've maybe been struggling to connect with them a bit.
I feel like you're the opposite of me. I actually like their music, but I've never watched their shows.
Oh, but that's kind of like how you were with ATs though, right? Like you liked their variety before you were really into their music.
Yeah.
I think that's where I am at now, but it's like
you'll find
exciting.
You just like lie to yourself. I'm kidding. You don't lie to yourself. I don't do that with ATs, I swear. You just find the one song and then you overplay it and then you start to like be like, oh wait, this B-side's actually pretty good. And then you find the songs that are good.
The delusion. But yeah, honestly, that's what I'm trying to do because I have to have some music I can listen to them from them. But yeah, so you think it's gonna be ATs? I think maybe honestly, if I'm being not serious, that's shady. But
RIIZE. Oh, not them. Oh wait, it's gonna be Stray Kids. I just forgot about them.
Oh yeah, they are really popular. I was gonna say 17. Okay, where does 17 follow? Boy group stands. Let me know, where does 17 fall in this hierarchy of boy groups? Because like I'm very invested in girl groups, and so I like know all the tea in them. But like, okay, so there's BTS. There's EXO somewhere. I don't even know. I'm just gonna leave them out.
EXO fluctuates.
Yeah, there's BTS. 17 is it 17?
Stray Kids, I think, is above
17.
No, I think Stray Kids is above 17.
So you would say BTS, Stray Kids, 17,
Stray Kids,
80s, or
in terms of like fandom.
In terms of just popularity, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very interesting to me. So BTS, Wall. Well, maybe not. Well, okay, BTS. It's hard because but BTS, Stray Kids, 17, ATs, PH1 Harmony, P1A Harmony, PE Harmony, Christian Mingle. Okay,
Warmest meat.
I feel like, okay, Chrissy's saying 17 and Stray Kids are top, but would you say that they're equally top or one is above the other? Is what is confusing me, because I just assume that, because I'm always hearing about 17's selling like 9 million albums in their first second of sales, so I'm like, oh, okay, so they're like, that's like BTS numbers, right?
I just feel like Stray Kids I just always hear about in general.
Me too.
And like then they won the what was it, the Billboard thing.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're just so big that I just don't realize it. Well, 17, I think it's because I like 17's music that I'm like, I always think that they're above Stray Kids. So I don't know. I'm like, am I just being biased?
That's true.
Which is why I just put Stray Kids above. But
no, I definitely feel that, because I was thinking that. I think I'm a bit out of touch with like the boy groups, especially with the newer ones. And 17 was probably the last boy group that I was like super actively in. So I'm like, yeah, everyone loves 17. But it's kind of, yeah, but after that, because I hear Stray Kids a lot, I hear ATs a lot. After that, I literally do not know. When you told me that RIIZE was really, really popular, I was surprised. I didn't know that. But people are gonna be like,
Dang, the drag.
no, okay, because
I'm kidding.
you're gonna get me killed. Oh God.
You like get a guitar?
That's true. I do like Get a Guitar. Tiffany says, I'm more of a girl group stan, so I don't think I'll be standing any boy group that isn't BTS anytime soon, if I'm being honest. Like, I've tried, but none of them have hit the same as BTS.
Wow.
I mean, listen. I think also, I don't know. I don't even know how I got into boy groups in the past. Like, I, never
I
mind.
think I was showing boy groups first.
Oh, yeah. Your first, wait, so I remember your first, like, the first K-pop song you liked was Lucifer, but you said, like, was it G somebody showed you and you didn't care about, or another boy group
No,
somebody
it was
showed you?
sorry, sorry. I remember being like, I remember my friend even describing the members. She was like, and there's Shindong, and he's like plus size, and like he still dances, like he's like the main dancer, and I was like, oh my gosh, wow. But this song, nah,
That's
it's not doing
crazy.
anything for me. But then she showed me Lucifer, and I was like, oh, the dance, the singing, Taemin's hair, his weave. I was like, I'm in love. I
That's
went home and like
crazy.
downloaded the like music video immediately.
That's crazy. I mean, Lucifer is a bop, but so is Sorry Sorry. Oops. Chrissy says I'd say 17 is more popular. Okay, that's
Mm.
interesting. I gotta look into it because I just, yeah, I'm just so out of the loop when it comes to boy groups.
I
But
think 17 charts better in Korea.
okay, so they have an edge digitally in Korea over
Yeah.
Stray Kids. Interesting.
And I think
Okay.
Stray Kids is more popular international,
Yeah,
maybe?
I
That
think
might be
that's
it.
why I hear about ATs too. Like, I think it's one of those groups where they have a
Yeah,
lot of
definitely
international
ATs.
fans. So if you're in the international K-pop like community, you'll hear about them a lot. Yeah. Okay. But speaking of RIIZE, kind of, our next
Mm.
story is another really shocking boy group related story in that Seunghan from RIIZE, SM said, "You're out of here." No, just kidding. He apparently is taking an indefinite hiatus. So on November 22nd, SM Entertainment announced that RIIZE member Seunghan would be taking an indefinite hiatus. In the official statement, SM notes that Seunghan apologizes for the recent issues caused over leaks of videos and pictures from his personal life. They've stated that they have identified the person behind the leaks and are taking legal action. And they also said that they plan to take legal action against people who continue to spread the material, so the photos and the video, and who generate rumors surrounding the videos and pictures. So for some background for those of you who might not know what's going on with him, I think basically ever since they debuted, if not for like a couple months now, he has basically been, and I don't want to call it scandal, controversy, because like SM stated, a lot of this is just somebody leaking his stuff, so stuff we shouldn't even seen being leaked, and then people judging him based off that. So like, I want to tread lightly, and excuse me, for that reason I'm not going to show anything that has been circulating because I at least want to, keep that private, and I also don't want SM to sue me. I don't have the money, SM, so you wouldn't get anything from it. All right. So yeah, over the last couple months, he's been embroiled in these scandals and controversies due to images and videos of his private life slash pre-training life being leaked. So these include pictures of him with his girlfriend, pictures from private Instagram lives, including one that went really kind of viral and kind of started a separate scandal. So I don't know if you heard about this, Jasmine, but basically, clips of a private Instagram live stream he did with TXT's Subin circulated. So in it, and I think maybe this was more of a scandal on the international side, because in it, him and like Subin are kind of like, he's kind of like trolling Subin or whatever. And originally there had just been like, he mentions Inche from Le Seraphim, like he says something about her, and people assumed it was like derogatory. So a lot of people were like, why is he coming for Eunchae? What a flop, blah, blah. But when better translations came out, it basically was, he was like kind of ribbing on Soobin and being like, you're a flop, you're untalented, blah, blah. You know, you think you're so cool, or you're just lucky you get to be like the MC of Music Bank, where you get to meet Eunchae, like kind of like that. Like, oh, you're, you know, how dare you and stuff like that, but like jokingly. And then in it, Soobin like flicks him off with his like middle toe or whatever, like gives him the middle finger with his toe. But a lot of people
Kind of
still were
skill.
like, right? I was like, okay, acrobatics. But it was crazy because I guess him just kind of being associated with Seunghan and that live stream made people start looking into Soobin's past. And I don't know if you heard about this whole Made in Abyss gate that's been happening.
I was looking at what that note and I was like, who?
basically basically so Soobin, because of this, he kind of got highlighted and people started digging into his past, and then they found this, I think, interview or maybe live stream he did like last year, where he mentions that one anime that he enjoyed was Made in Abyss. Yeah.
Well, is this the thing where everybody, like, there was the authors, like, some, I don't know, somebody bad, and now it's like suddenly everybody who read that is now, like, part of the author's cult or something?
Whoa, I didn't know he had a call.
No,
I
I'm
was
just,
more
it seems like the
okay.
way that they're reacting is, like, making it seem like they're like, we follow everything he says just because we read
Yeah,
an anime
that's
or watched an
basically,
anime.
yeah. So I don't want to say too much because I don't want to trigger anyone, trigger warning, but like I watched like some of Made in Abyss. I don't know how far I got. But what the issue is that some of the cruelty towards children in Made in Abyss, and then some of the sexualized depictions of children in Made in
Oh.
Abyss. And so I know that there was one scene that did give me pause. And again, just I would say just look it up if you're interested in hearing more, because I don't want to people to have images in their brain that they don't want to have in their brain and stuff. But apparently there's 2 seasons. I only watched the first one and I didn't get to finish it. So I don't know if it's more than that scene. But yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's gross if you like this." And then they started, after Soo Bin got exposed, they started exposing other people for liking it, like Woozy, Dex. I don't know if there was anyone else. So yeah, so literally Seunghan's scandal started a whole nother scandal. Like,
This is like the Burning Sun.
well, maybe not that
No,
bad, but
I know. I mean, like, as in,
okay,
like,
it's
it
like,
triggered like a whole bunch of other side like scandals that I was just like, what the heck? Where did that come from?
yeah, that it was. Yeah, I was very confused because I was like, oh, he I didn't realize he didn't say he liked Made in Abyss. It was just Subin, and then from Subin. Yeah. So that was very confusing. But yeah. And then now there's been like a whole war between K-pop stans and anime stans, with like K-pop stans being like, if you like that, that's gross, and anime stans being like, get off your high horse, or blah blah blah. The thing is, that scene was very strange. I don't think remember anything else disturbing I saw, but I'm glad I stopped, because it's hard for me to watch cruelty towards children. Like, personally, it's just
What
something
is
that.
the story? I'm confused.
So if I remember correctly, it's about, they live in a world where it's kind of like layers to the world, and there's like a big like hole that like goes all the way down or whatever. So there's like explorers that like go on these expeditions to like dig deep downer in this like Earth's core thingy to figure out what the hell is going on. And one of the main character, her like mom died during one of the expeditions or something, and so she's kind of, but her mom was really cool, like a badass expedition person, so I feel like she kind of expired. I don't remember, it was like during early pandemic, so I don't want to like misrepresent it or whatever, but like I remember being really interested because it seemed like it was gonna be dark. Maybe not dark, but it seemed like there was like like it kind of reminded me of Attack on Titan, where it was like there's a mystery somewhere that they need to learn more about, and like the world is not like fully as you perceive it, that kind of things. But Break is saying, oopsies. Also, hi Break, welcome to the stream. Is saying Made in Abyss is pretty bad, not gonna lie. I've seen both seasons. So I did hear that season 2 was more brutal maybe than season 1, but yeah, I don't know.
Why are they? Oh, that's probably why. I was like, why is everything that I'm looking at them naked?
Oh yeah, well
Like,
there's
I'm
that.
very.
Yeah. There are some images that I don't know the context of, but they look pretty disturbing. So I was like, I don't know about that. But anyway, so yeah, Seunghan. Okay, and then additionally, I think there was a picture of him at a club underage and the video of him smoking. And then there was one alleged screenshot between him and a friend where they were chatting, and I guess the friend was basically like, dude, like I warned you about doing like these Instagram lives and stuff like that, like I knew it was going to result in it leaking. And he was like, lol, well at least they didn't release the video of me smoking. And this was before the video of his smoking got released. So somebody is out to get him. One of the things that a lot of people have been pointing out is that when it comes to the Instagram lives that were leaked, from the screenshots and the video recording, there were 4 people watching. So it's like a close knit group of people that could have potentially leaked it. So, that sucks for him. But yeah, so a lot of people were shocked by this. My first question I wanted to ask, do you think he's actually going to be kicked out, or this is legit hiatus? Because one of the things I thought was interesting is that SM is talking about taking legal action against the leakers and the people who are trying to spread additional rumors. And they also, in the actual statement, alluded to the idea that this was a mutual decision based off not wanting to bring the group down for him to take a hiatus. But do you actually think we'll see him coming back?
I think it would make sense that he would come back, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not something where it's like he was bullying someone. It's not something where it's like he was ruining someone's life. It's just stuff like he was doing underage drinking. He was at a club. It's like, it's not, to me, something worth being kicked out of a group for.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm hoping it's just like him wanting to take a hiatus for his mental health, because it's probably like people dragging him is probably not great, especially when you're a rookie and you're just like, you just debuted and you're just like thinking it's going to be a fun time, but
Oh yeah.
only to have people like bashing you for something that you like did in the past. It's like, I don't know. I can't imagine what my brain would be doing if
Mm-hmm.
that happened to me. So I hope it's just like something where it's like he just needs a break, and SM's like, well, we also need time to figure out what the heck, how to like stop this from getting worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. I would hope not, because I also noticed a lot of people were comparing this to Lucas, and they were saying, well, with Lucas, he was like on a hiatus for a year before he actually was announced that he got kicked out of the group. And in my opinion, Lucas actually had like victims, in the sense that there are actually people that were affected, like
Yeah.
external people that were affected by all this.
Also,
Um.
Lucas is gonna come back.
Oh, was he? I forget how
I'm
that.
so sure he was gonna come back, and then everybody was like, he sucks. He can't even dance. Why are we bringing him back?" Like, remember they took pictures with him, like the CEO, or
Oh. Oh
he took
yeah.
pictures with him. Like he released a video of him dancing in the studio, and now it's like, where have you seen him? He hasn't done anything. It doesn't make any sense that he did all of that just to disappear again. It seems like
Mm-hmm.
he was gonna come back, but then everybody like was like no, and so as someone was like, oh,
See.
never mind, he'll just remain under us as Lucas.
That, that also makes me think, because one of the questions and I think I had mentioned this to you before, because with Lucas, it was like other wavy stands being like, get him out of here. Like I think it was like literally Lucas stands only being like, okay, well, we can,
Mm.
we will rebuild. But like with this, I don't know who's like leading the attack. Whether it's other RIIZE stands, whether it's anti fans and people that just don't like him. Like, because I do agree. I think like it would come down to the who's upset about this, and like how much impact they have. But I genuinely don't know who's like, if RIIZE stands, if you're here, like who exactly, like how they actually feel about this. Because I would say, and unless Because what I've been seeing, it's mostly just the pictures and the live streams. Um, yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he did anything that was like terrible. It's just him being a
Mhm.
like silly dumb kid doing like even like because I wasn't sure with the smoking. I don't know how old he is, so I wasn't sure if the smoking was underage smoking. I know the club picture would have had to have been him underage at the club and stuff. Which, listen, as an EXO stan, we've been there. Like I was like, ladies and gentlemen,
You can rebuild.
we will rebuild. Um, so yeah, I feel like this would be silly, but I will say one of the things that does give me pause that might I feel like be a bit different and might lead SM to kicking him out is that the live streams, right? Whether he was really spilling hot gossip on the live streams or saying anything crazy, that's too
Hmm.
much of a like why are you even doing that, dude? Like, and I'm not saying don't have a personal life, but like I don't
Don't
know.
live stream it. That seems like that is the weirdest thing to me. Like, why was he live streaming anything?
I
I just
youths, this is where the youths need to tell me. Is that a thing that you private live stream or I don't even know what it was. If it was a private, it was like a burner, it was a Finsta. I don't know.
But
People
still, if there's only four people, like, why are you live streaming? Who are you talking
the
to?
girls need to let me well maybe it's like when you're in a Discord chat with your friends and somebody's like streaming a game or streaming a
But they're just streaming themselves.
I don't
Just
pretend.
talking. It seems so weird. The concept is just so weird to me.
Oh god. Okay. Michael Park says Seunghan is 21 years old currently. So I feel like that would make him too. I actually don't know the clubbing age or the smoking age
Yeah, I
in
don't know.
Korea. Is it 18 in Korea? How old to smoke in Korea? Okay, you have to be 19 to smoke. So unless they're old, I guess it would technically be legal. So maybe it's just it's in they think it's in bad taste him smoking. Um
Which is still like, okay.
to go to a club in Korea. Okay. Okay, so some clubs you have to be 20 or 21. But I think the club picture was alluding to that it was an older one, so he would have been too young. But yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Even if it is like he's doing it illegally, I can kind of get it then. But if it's just smoking, I thought the whole thing was like we don't care if my idols smoke anymore.
Now we do. For this specific person, you know how people's priorities change
You think it's
depending
because
on the
he's a
person.
rookie? You think it's because he's a rookie or he's an SM group or
I don't know. It depends on the person who's mad, I guess. It could be.
oh god. Um, that's why I'm
There's
like
so many salty people in the world. I just don't know
that's why I'm
what
like, is
triggers
it
them.
stands of other members that are like, we don't want this kind of guy in the group because it's gonna like he's like a ticking time bomb who will
Mm,
eventually like ruin the group.
which is, I feel like they're gonna ruin the group,
The
though.
stands,
That's what it feels like. Yeah, if that's how they feel. By
stands,
harping on something that they could just pass on by.
Stans will never think they're the problem. BH Blanks, welcome to the stream, says, as I'm completely releasing on from the latest episode of RIIZE's YouTube documentary, which is about their little debut day. It's like he was never here, which is so cruel. Yikes.
Maybe they'll add a new one, like after like he comes
No.
back,
Oh.
release a real
Okay.
one.
Okay. I thought you were gonna
Like
say
he's back.
add a new member. Ooh, I don't know. That seems like a lot. Like I don't know. It's giving editing out Luhan from EXO 90210 when he left. It's
I
giving
mean, he
that.
still had his episode.
But he was edited out of the other. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he had his episode.
Was
It was like he was a basketball player
but that must
in
have
this
aired
music
before
video.
he officially left then because I remember them
I think
editing him.
so. Well,
Okay, yeah. No, because I remember them editing him
I think it was
out.
like right before he left.
Okay, that would make sense. Because I
I think
remember
he waited for it and then he left.
he was like,
He
let
was
me
like,
get this music video out.
and now
Uh,
I can leave.
Tiffany says, this is giving me war flashbacks to when Hybe and Le Sserafim had the whole Karam situation before and during debut. Yeah. But I don't know. I think a victimless crime is worse than a victim crime. And so, like,
Yeah.
whatever you think it was, the idea was she was being accused of severe bullying, whatever you feel the outcome is now. So, like, that seems a lot harsher than smoking legally or
Underage.
illegally. Yeah. I was about to say Jessica because I always call it Jessica Jones, Jessica. Jessica says, yes, I remember going into lives of people I knew, then having to leave really fast if I was the only one watching. So,
Because it's weird. Sometimes when I see people that I know doing live streams, I'm like, for who? Like, who are we doing this for?
oh,
Because I'm not joining. I mean, it's because it's awkward.
that is pretty weird, especially if they're like, "Oh, hey, girl!" Like they start talking to you. I'm like, gotta go right now.
But like, misclick. Whoops.
Leanne says, I think that's more common with the youth. I feel like I remember my younger sister and her friends going watching their other friends' Twitch streams, and the viewers were just them.
I mean, I feel like that's different. Oh well, I hope they were not just randomly hanging out, just flicking each other off with their toes.
Like
I would
it's
hope
like
they were actually
FaceTime.
streaming like a game or something,
Like
or
that's what
doing content.
yeah, because I'm like it's FaceTime, but for an audience for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm like, how do youths work? Michael says, hi, Michael, says, I feel so bad for RIIZE Sohee because citizens are criticizing him so much for his rumored poor economic background. It's
Now we're going for this. Literally, Taemin is so big. Didn't he come from like IU? Like, there's so many.
I
What are we doing?
have we come full circle when like because I remember it was like okay everyone seemed like every idol seemed to come from a poor background and then we started getting rich idols and then people were like it's like golden spoon silver spoon that's not fair and then they hated when people were rich and now we're hating poor people.
We're trying to make a difference in their life or just fulfill their dreams. It's like, oh no, you got to stay poor. You
Yeah.
can't. You
Right,
can't be
they're
making
like
money.
how dare you climb the
Like that's
economic
where you
ladder.
belong. Stop.
Okay, people are strange. All right, so yeah, that was basically all I had for Sohee, or sorry, not Sohee,
So,
Seunghan. Sorry, yeah, I think I went through all of it. But one of the last thing I want to talk about. How do you think if he is officially kicked out? Let's assume that he's not. That will affect K-pop as a whole. Um, and maybe I can expand on what I mean. So
um,
obviously we saw this happen slowly but surely, and it seemed like it was gonna be nothing. It seemed like it would just be like swept under the rug. But now this has all accumulated. This expose has accumulated to him potentially being kicked out, or at least missing monumental, pivotal points in his group's, formation. Do you think we'll get more people being like, if I leak a little son of somebody that maybe I don't like anymore or I'm not friends with, I could get their whole life ruined? Do you think we'll see more of that?
hopefully not. Like, what is the world? Like, this is what we're doing. Like, why?
I don't know. I don't. It's sad though because I know they're probably never gonna reveal it, but I'm really interested to who they found out, who they find is the person that leaked it, because it'll have to be somebody close to him, and like,
Mm.
is it like a begrudged ex, a jealous friend, a bitter rival that didn't like debut or something? Like, I need to know. Like, what if
Yeah.
it was another idol?
Oh, release a name. I want to know, like, how people would react if they found out who it was. Like, would they be on his side or her side?
Ooh, that's interesting. Would they
I'm sorry,
see?
I shouldn't cause drama.
I'm like, yeah, we
I'm like,
don't want
no
any of
drama,
this.
please.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to get hurt. We don't think he deserves this. So let me
But
put
I
that
do
out.
want to see like how socially people would like react.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because now that we have an actual like assailant that you can be like, okay, this because it is like no matter how you feel about what you saw in the pictures and Instagram or whatever, like we weren't supposed to see this. Somebody invaded his
Yeah.
privacy. Somebody betrayed his trust. So I feel like the fact that that doesn't get pushed forward more, like, hey, we shouldn't even know this, is kind of
Yeah.
frustrating. But if they have somebody to blame, do you think it would be easy? Because now it's like, who we're gonna blame? This leaker? We don't know it. We don't know who that is. But
Yeah.
now that somebody's like, we have somebody to attack, like the netizens are gonna go crazy.
They would go crazy.
Oh my god. Somebody give Chrissy a K drama production um deal. Could you imagine if it was one of the other members?
Imagine that. Sohee. He's
Stop!
like, get it off my back.
My fave
Everybody's
Sohee
coming
would,
from my economic background.
my fave Sohee would never. Don't do him. But
I know, I love Sohee. I like his voice a lot. So
he's
I hope
so
it's not
adorable.
him.
I love how we've just like we've canonized that it's one of the other members, and now we're like, please don't be it, please.
Don't be Sohee.
That is a makjang drama if I've ever seen one. You know what? Get on the fanfic. Get on the fanfic or whatever. Teddy. Hey Teddy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I really hope that this doesn't end in him getting kicked out. I think that's so sad. I hope they, obviously tell him to stop with the live streams, find the leaker. But again, he was a victim in this. So I think it's kind of crappy that he's being affected by being victimized. And I guess again, I don't know why he was live streaming or whatever. But like, it's that's not a crime, so I just think that's a thing. And I also, one of the things that I think was kind of interesting is that kind of to the like the idea of like if this will change K-pop, I wonder if this will encourage, and it's really sad to say, but once again encourage more group K-pop companies to go really younger with getting trainees or getting debuting groups, because I think one of the things is that, like, I know this group in particular, a lot of people were really excited because they were all legal when they debuted. So it was no minors in the group. I mean, they're like teenagers, but they're like no minors or whatever. So a lot of people were excited because of that. But like, the only thing I guess he's guilty of, aside from like the live streams, because I think those were more current, was like having a life before and like doing things before he debuted. And like I think like the younger you get, the less likely you'll have like a past, or at least a past online. So I don't know. Like I feel like it's like people are like people, especially the people who want older idols, it's kind of shooting yourself in the foot by like doing something like this, because I feel like it's gonna, promote them being like, well, let's get the 13-year-olds, they just, came out their mom's womb and then went to kindergarten. So yeah.
I couldn't listen to a song with just 13-year-olds. I'm sorry. It's not for me. It's gonna be like Hanson's. Or like, it's not, I just couldn't do it.
Bop is a bop.
It is a bop, but like, what other songs?
Listen.
Exactly. Okay, they probably have songs, I just don't know.
I know, right? Not the Hanson slander. All right, guys. So for the last topic, all right, Jazz, I gave you 2 years. 2 years to watch Squid Game. And you
I watched you talk about this.
That is not the same.
I also watched somebody else talk about it.
Who?
Oh, Moist Critical.
Oh, about the scandals? Oh, okay. Yeah.
No. Did he talk about scandals? He just talked about the show. He talked about like how he didn't like it.
Dang. Okay, Moist. That's interesting. Okay, when I saw that, I didn't watch this video, but I saw it in my recommended, and I thought he was talking about the scandals when he said it was the worst show ever. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I will say up top, we're not talking about anything that actually happens in the show right now, because I know that there's probably people who are looking forward to watching it, haven't watched it, so I don't want to spoil anything, because I did not beforehand say that I was going to talk about the show. However, if people who do want to talk about the show are interested in hearing my takes, let me know so I can live stream and we can talk about it. I was going to do YouTube videos, but then I got lazy as hell. There's literally my review of the second episode waiting in my drafts right now, and for some reason I refuse to press publish. I don't know.
I mean, you can do like what I don't know if you know Kenny JD.
Oh, she does like for like Love is Blind.
Yeah, like she'll do like multiple episodes
That's
at a
what I was
time.
gonna do. That I didn't. So I thought that there was only 3 episodes out. So at first I was just gonna do no. First, when I filmed the first one, I thought there was only 1 episode out, and then I saw there was episode 2. So I was like, let me do 1 and 2, and then I realized there was 3 episodes, and I was like, then I was like, dang, I should have did 3 together, and then I realized there was 5, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Why? What? Like, I should have just did all
Oh no.
5, and then
Oh
there's more
no.
dropping on Wednesday. So I'm a fool. But yes, we're not here to talk about the specifics. But again, if you guys are interested, I'd be happy to do a live stream. Like I mentioned, 4 new episodes are dropping on Wednesday. So whether we should just wait for Wednesday or whatever you guys are interested in, for those who are interested in talking about it. But today we're here to talk about behind the scenes. So for some context, if you guys don't know, Netflix has, over the past, I guess, year, been working on a reality show based off the Korean drama short series called Squid Game that basically blew up in 2021. If you don't know about Squid Game, I'm not going to explain it here. I feel like you probably know a gist of it, but you can look it up. I feel like there's probably somebody else out there that could do a better job. So yeah, they did a show where they took real contestants. They, had people. I think it was like an open casting call where anyone could apply, but they were able to find 456 participants, which was the original number in the show, to participate. I think they dropped a trailer a bit ago, but they finally dropped the actual series. So on November 22nd, they dropped the first 5 episodes on Netflix. And, when it was announced, there was a lot of people who felt away, were kind of skeptical about this, because if you are familiar with the show, you know that there's kind of like a message, or like a kind of like moral, I don't know what you would say, but in the show that basically points out that what's happening in the show is awful and it's exploitative. It talks about like how the world is corrupt and how money runs everything and things like that. So to then basically realize the show with real people and exploit them in the same way seems kind of tacky. So a lot of people didn't like that. But I've seen a lot of people that I guess aren't moist critical enjoying it. um However, what I'm going to talk about today is the fact that there's been controversy around the filming of the show, which might sully a lot of people who have been enjoying it. So essentially, Jazz, I think you know this much, that one of the first games in the series is that they play this iconic red light, green light, where they're put in a stadium like below, and they basically have to, just red light, green light rules. The doll turns around, faces you, and to indicate red light, green light, and you have to try to make it across the finish line in a given time. So this was the first game they played in the actual, or in the reality series as well. But apparently people have been exposing, contestants on the show have been exposing that they were made to film in some pretty harsh conditions. And people are seeking compensation for injuries and trauma they had dealt with in regarding to filming this. So in particular, I think there's some people saying that they got like hypothermia and were injured during the process because they filmed this in January, and this was apparently some type of hangar, airplane hangar or whatever, and it was very, very cold. And I think in one of the participants, like what it was like being on Squid Game videos I watched, he said it was like 29 degrees Celsius or something, like, but not Celsius,
I was
Fahrenheit.
gonna say, isn't that hot, actually?
Yeah, Fahrenheit. So it was very cold. And obviously they had the jackets. And also one thing that I thought was really interesting. So if you watch the show, and again, this is not any spoilers, but it's pretty quick. Like, it's all done in 1 episode. It's almost like the first thing they do in the show. And, I think the timer had like 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know how long they actually had to get across, but it was like they showed a timer indicating that you either had to, like, the 2 ways you could get out was by either moving when you were supposed to be, it was red light, and then you would get out, or not crossing the finish line in time. But apparently, behind the scenes detailing has exposed that it actually took them 7 hours to film. So apparently the problem was the system that they had to check if somebody moved during red light was like very manual, and they had to have people like, you know, really like look through who moved or not. In addition to that, they had to film like different shots when it was red light so they could like incorporate that in the edit or whatever. So while, you know, usual red light, it's like red light, maybe you stay red light for a couple seconds, green light, you know, back and forth. They were made to hold on red light for like 20-30 minutes. Like, it was a long time. Ooh,
The heck?
not Jasmine dancing. Oh,
What was that?
okay.
I've never seen that in my entire life.
That was really weird.
Like, I was just like moving.
But yeah, so they had to stop for like extended amounts of time, which, you know, was really, really hard and really, really tiring. I think they said that the people who finished first finished the game in 2 hours, but if you were one of the last people to finish, you were out for like 7 hours or whatever. So a lot of people were just upset about that. What was it? Oh yeah. Apparently one of the members said or one of the participants said their hands turned blue. One participant was apparently carried out in a stretcher, or purple, because it was so cold. One participant was carried out in a stretcher, and one contestant said that the conditions for red light, green light were akin to a war zone. So, Jazz, what's going on? Hold on, y'all. Okay, you're back. Yes. So, I don't know, y'all. Does this change your enjoyment of the show? Because
It's annoying because I could tell it was my internet because it was like, it went like down, 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 and then it went back up.
oh, that's funny. Yeah. I don't know. Would this affect your, knowing this behind the scenes stuff, does this affect your enjoyment of the show?
I wasn't gonna watch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So
You're like, what enjoyment? There was no enjoyment to begin with.
I mean, it makes it worse.
I kind of
I definitely probably won't watch it.
I was like,
I'll watch other people watch it. Which is what I've been doing.
Do you know those like YouTube shows? There's like this YouTube show or channel that literally is just somebody summarizing movies in like a text to speech voice, and I eat that shit up. It's crazy.
What?
Like there's hundreds of movies on there, and they have a bunch of videos where it's just somebody summarizing like movies in like 10 minutes. And they'll just
text to speech?
Yeah. It's like, then
What
he took it.
And you watch that?
It literally has, some of those videos have like millions of views because it's like an interesting movie plot, but you don't want to take the time to actually watch it. Listen, we live.
Are you okay? Oh my god.
The answer is no.
My gosh. Just watch the movie. Wait, I'm confused.
But I don't have the time, Jasmine. I just need the plot and I'm out of here. But yeah.
I mean, I would do that maybe for movies that I know I was never gonna watch. Like Kissing Booth. I've watched people watch that. Like, I watch people watch cringe movies.
That's fair.
But I don't think I could do text to speech. I feel like that's like it's not as funny.
It's like an advanced text to speech. It's not bad. But I will say there has been times where I'm watching it, I'm like, this movie is too good, so I'll stop because I don't want it to be ruined, because I want to just go watch the movie myself. But yeah, if it's like, this is okay, like I need something in the background, I'll put that on. But yes, I don't know. Andre says, I saw an article about it, but I didn't think it was real. Jeez, this sucks. Yeah, as somebody who was really excited just because I love strategy, like games like this, I was like, ugh. And especially because like the whole thing where it's like, in Squid Game, you know, they were literally dying. And like the whole point was that they were in really harsh conditions. But it's like, I don't want that for real people. But like also, it's kind of what makes this is not me justifying it.
It makes the stakes higher.
Yeah. I hate to say that. Like, there's, like, some stressful situations in this show. And, like, I feel bad because it's real people. Like, so many people in the show, like, even from the first game are, like, crying. And, like, being, like, yeah, like, literally in tears, being stressed out in situations. And I'm like, this sucks. But it's, like, it raises the stakes. So, I don't know. I probably will watch the next 4 episodes, I'll be honest. But I won't like it. No, just kidding. I feel bad for anyone who is harmed, and I do hope they get the money that they deserve, because that is effed
Yeah.
up if Netflix was doing that. All right, so that's it for the topics. But hold on, wait a second. Reporting live for the show, Meta.
Like, the hate is so real. It's okay
It's
that he's the
not.
most consistent podcast boyfriend.
How dare?
Like, wow.
How dare? How dare? What did this
Anyway,
young man do?
he didn't really do much. Well, he was at a concert like 2 weeks ago. I think that was going to be my update last week, but
Um.
this week he didn't really do much. But he appeared on VIX TV because I know I talked about it like a while ago that he was at Leo's birthday um event or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
fan event.
Oh, okay.
And this is like a picture from like when I think it was like behind the scenes or whatever backstage. And there was like a GIF version of it as well, where they're just like hugging. And I was like, oh, they're so cute. Such a good friendship. But that's
Oh.
about all he did.
So I will have to hit him with
He's doing well. He's
Just
fine.
kidding. I would never. I would never. That's cute. And honestly, it's kind of my fault because we didn't have an episode, so you couldn't say it when it would actually happen. But it's cute. I'll let him pass. I'll let him live another day. Um, for Kyungsoo. Oh wait, let me do the intro.
I'm feeling lonely. Oh, I wish I find a lover that could help me. Now I'm crying in my room, so skeptical of, but still I wanted more.
Oh,
For those of you guys who are curious about the intro, Jazz picked that herself, so I'm not
no,
really
I
too
did
sure.
not. And you know, I gave you songs. I'm pretty sure I gave you songs like months ago. None of them got chosen.
It's
How
not
dare.
my fault that spoke to me. Let's do that. Let's give it a
TJ on the beat.
I'm feeling lonely. Oh, I wish I find a lover that could help me.
All right, y'all. I'm done being evil. Don't worry. That was just a little gap. We have fun here. We have
Is that
fun.
what we have?
You know.
We finally have a Kyung second. That is a actual Kyung second.
How dare? No, because I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional.
Um,
All right, y'all.
if you didn't do this, you know it would have been rain.
That's true, but you know, Lucifer said it won't be rain, and you know, I guess I'm gonna have to respect that. Apparently, yeah, y'all. So if you guys don't, you probably know that the Blue Dragon Awards happen, which is an award show that honors films that happen in Korea. So our fave, the true podcast boyfriend, was out there getting money, putting the lights on.
He's
her
like
head.
the groundhog. Once a year.
How dare
You see him once a year.
And that's why Shumen got the bagpipes, because
Okay.
the disrespect you're
The
constantly
jealousy.
giving.
That's all I'm hearing. Jealous. It's okay.
Oh, how dare. But yes, he went to the Blue Dragon Awards. So if you guys remember earlier this year, he had a movie he starred in called The Moon. So he was actually nominated for Best Actor for The Moon. And I actually I didn't know this, but a lot of Kyungsoo stans were pointing out on Twitter that 6 years ago, when he attended the Blue Dragon Awards in 2017, he won Best New Actor. So, you know, it could have been, you know, a round the way moment, but unfortunately he did not win. He lost to some Nugu. We don't know him. No, just kidding. He lost to what's his name? Lee Byung Hyun? I forgot.
Oh,
Doesn't
the
really matter.
guy, the famous guy,
Is that E Santa or am I confused?
Seunghan.
Yeah, is that
What
the
was
one?
he in this year?
It's something called
Oh yeah,
Concrete
Concrete
Utopia.
Utopia.
Yeah, Lee Byung Hun. There you go. Which that's like a seasoned actor, so if he's gonna lose to anyone, I don't mind it. But I was happy he was there. He looked very cute, and he also, I guess, went semi-viral. I would maybe this is the stand talking. I feel like he went kind of viral because I don't know, y'all's fave JYP was trying to traumatize everyone for some reason. I don't know. I don't
He was
know.
going Super Saiyan, you know?
But who at I guess they asked when they invited him, which was, I guess, well,
Or
I
he
don't
paid
want.
his way. You never know.
You said payola. You said
I'm
he.
kidding.
Yeah.
He's gonna sue me. No, I'm joking.
I mean, not to be rude, but it was kind of random. I don't know. I thought it was a random performance. Let me try to pull this up. Okay. So there's Kyung Soo looking good. Um, there's him. Just
I'm
like
sorry, the way he was walking for a second.
이번 주인공
I was trying
배우
to-
도경수
I
씨가
thought he was about to try
나와줬습니다.
and trudge.
영화
And then he was like, oh, I gotta
더에서
stop and take
달의
pictures.
홀로 그립된 우주
Here's some more pictures. Okay, so actually, maybe I should just open. Oh yeah, I think that's what I did. Wait a second. Let me go back to the news page.
Look at his hair.
How? Oh, JYP.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna talk about Dio.
I don't know, JYP. I usually am defending you because I know how much Jasmine likes you, but
Are you playing it?
I'm trying to. But for some reason it's not coming out of my speakers. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I could hear it.
Like through your speakers or through my microphone?
I don't know. I hear it very clearly.
Okay, I think it's like.
That sounds.
I don't
Why did
know.
you replay that one part?
Jazz, what did you and the other JYPs
His
think?
face.
Crystal was like,
He was not clapping on beat at all. He said, what is that?
I'm not like JYP. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Crystal
Okay.
looks like, what the fudge?
Exactly. They're
Why?
like, I feel so. I mean, kudos to JYP for trying to like give the girls something to talk about.
I guess bad publicity is good publicity. Or, I mean, I don't even know. Whatever that is publicity.
Maybe that's what he was trying to go for. He was like, this will get me in the blogs. But yeah, so he lost, but he looked good doing. Look at, like, I'm sick and tired.
He's doing, what is that, EXO?
Oh yeah. Look at, so cute. So yeah, he was out there getting money, and he's always with the job.
Money.
He's always with the job. So I hope y'all know.
Is he?
How dare?
I'm
How
kidding.
dare? All right. So moving on. We can start with this. Yeah, that's what I have next. VIX released a track, Amnesia. Just tell them what you thought.
I liked it. I really wish they could have done more of like their darker songs, but I feel like without Ravi, it's kind of hard. I feel like he was like a lot of like, I don't know, he had like a huge part to that, in my opinion. And it's just so sad seeing like it was just half of them.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a good song, and I was happy that Hyuk like finally got like a lot of lines because I really like his voice. It kind of reminds me of like Onu, so it's like I was happy to hear him more. But it was just like it sucks that it was at the expense of like the other members not being there. So
wait, is this is so I know obviously Ravi, he's going through his stuff, but with N, did he leave or is he?
no, he said he wrote an apology like a couple of weeks ago,
Okay.
and I think it was like I didn't get to read it, but I looked at comments, and I think it was like his schedule just didn't line up.
Mm. Okay.
Because he like acts, so it's like I think like something with the scheduling, and I don't think he's under Jellyfish anymore.
Ah, okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I also was like, didn't they have like a specific VIX subunit?
They did, but I think it was Ravi, and
Okay.
there was Ravi and Leo,
Okay,
and it was
okay.
LR.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Because I was going to say, why isn't it just the subunit then? But I wasn't sure if like this is actually VIX now because like the other members are just.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Fixed now is just them plus N.
Oh, okay. I forget. Did Hongbin leave because of that whole live
Yes.
stream? Oh,
I think like that whole entire thing. Because I think it happened multiple times, didn't it? Like he said something
oh my God. Is this true? I only
twice.
remember the one when he was talking about other groups. Which to this day I don't know what exactly he was. I was like, should I be offended? Like he's saying EXO, but I don't know what he's saying, so I don't know if I should be.
Wasn't he like saying like they don't deserve to be that popular? I don't even know if it was like EXO. I think it was just like he was just talking about groups
Oh,
that were popular.
ooh, okay. Well, maybe they got him out of here for a reason because I feel
And
like
he
that
was
would.
drunk.
Ah.
That didn't help. Oh.
Somebody needs to put together like a list of the most tragic live streams, and just
In
because
K-pop history.
yeah, and just
What's his
like
name's gonna be there? Seunghan?
him. Who was the one? The one member from
Oh, Teen Top?
yeah,
Cap?
Cap. Yeah, that one where he was like, "Get the hell
Yeah.
out of here," or he didn't say that, but he was like,
You might as well. Yeah, that's how he was feeling.
but I was on his side because he had a point. He had a point.
Mhm.
He made a point. All right. Let's see. Hwasong says banger. Leanne says it was good. Oopsies. It was good, but I'm still mourning that Hakyeon couldn't be a part of the comeback.
Yeah.
I do wonder. I mean, obviously nothing to him because I know schedules are schedules, but I do wonder how that works. Like, it must be so hard scheduling things as like a famous celebrity because it's just like productions take really long sometimes, and so it's just
Yeah.
like you never know. But it must have been really sad for him too. All right, so I'm just gonna move. I know we usually vote, but I don't know. My thing's being weird. Okay, I can actually vote. Start.
Oh, wow, this has been a while.
I know. I'm like dusting off the thing. Let's see. We'll do. I'm trying to like not to spell it wrong. Amnesia. Okay, there we go. Flop or bop. All right. So as you guys vote, we'll talk about the next song, which is actually a debut, y'all. I don't know. I don't think I can vote. All right. So yes, Jazz has been waiting for this for a long time as a YG stan.
Oh, yeah. I stand every YG
She's like, these girls are about
treasure.
to clear aespa, clear IVE, clear New Jeans, clear
Exactly.
Idol. All right. Of course, I'm talking about the BABYMONSTER debut. So this has been a long-awaited group. We all watched with bated breath when they put this group together. We all watched them tell us why Ion's not in the group or not debuting the group. That was weird. But we finally get BABYMONSTER Batter Up. Jazz, I will let you take the floor because I know as a YG stan, you gotta put your heart on the table and let the girls know that this is the
Stop.
new Queens. Okay, let me stop. I don't even know.
Send me up. It's like what I'm gonna say isn't gonna sound
Um, I'm just being annoying. Jazz, what did you think about this debut?
I thought it was all right. And I just feel like the video, I don't know what it is, but it looks very cheap compared to like other videos. Like it's just I don't know what it is, but the song and the video just look cheap and outdated to me. it wasn't bad. It was just not what I thought, especially because I thought I remembered YG stating that they were going to be different than Blackpink, but I feel like what they gave was Blackpink. So it was just very weird because I thought it was going to be a different sound. Like, I do think like the rappers are good. I think the vocalists were great. The dance was whatever. But the singing, the rapping was good. But the song was just like it just was meh. It was just very YG. You could just tell it was just YG. And it's
Yeah.
just hopefully they pick another song that's better in my opinion in the future. I don't know. Or maybe they're just not for me. And this is just a sign that they're yeah. Because I was never really into like I liked Blackpink, but I only like a handful of their songs. And so I'm like maybe they'll just be like that for me. Um, we'll see.
Do you? I'm just curious. Did you like 2NE1
I liked yeah.
more or less
Yeah, I
than
like 2NE1
Blackpink?
more.
Interesting. Because of the music or because of just the group and the dynamics of the members?
I think the music was better.
Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it's very interesting because besides Big Mama, YG has only really had three groups.
Big
Um,
Mama.
they used to have a group called Big Mama. Wait, was that them? No, did they have Big Mama?
It's Big Mama.
Right? Big Mama.
Like the movie.
Am I making
Big
that
Mama's
up?
house.
YG? Yeah, they were under YG, I think, or partly. Yeah, Big
Who's
Mama.
Big
It was a group, like a
Mama?
really group from a long time ago. It says they debuted in 2003, which I didn't even know. But it was like the idea that they were bigger girls. So it was like, oh, we're just here for vocals. We're just here for the best vocalists. It doesn't matter what you look like, kind of. I think they kind of sold that with 21 too. Like we're the ugly girl group, which was insane, but like we're here, we only care about the music and like the talent, we don't care about looks, like that kind of thing. But it was like a plus sized group, I don't even know, like how was that a concept. But yeah, I guess they were they, was it, maybe it was like a joint thingy, but for some reason I remember them being associated with YG. Anyway, but they've only had three
IG
groups.
Music and New.
Kakao
Ooh,
Entertainment.
yeah, I see a whole bunch of.
Maybe it was like a subsidiary joint thing. Interesting. Um, but yeah, so we've only had like three like actual girl groups from YG, and I think it's interesting because with 2NE1 and Blackpink, because Blackpink definitely got the same accusations that they just got recycled 2NE1 songs. But I think what was interesting with Blackpink is that they debuted after basically 2NE1 was over. Versus, so it was like you did have a lot of people being like, this is reject 2NE1 music, a lot of blackjacks being like, they'll never be 2NE1, yada yada yada. But like after a while it was like, I mean, you could still scream and shout that from the rooftops, but Blackpink is getting their own fan base, they're blowing up, they're becoming leaders in the K-pop world, you know, yada yada yada. But I think it's interesting because I do think in general, well, maybe not as much anymore, YG kind of has a certain sound. Like I think there's icon songs and winner songs that I could be like, these are like two versions of what Big Bang would make and stuff like that. So it was
Yeah.
like, if you want Teddy YG music, but a girl singing it, go to the girl group. So it kind of passed down from being 2NE1 to Blackpink. But my problem is like, I mean, it wasn't okay that their songs sounded very similar, but it was okay in the sense that you couldn't get that music anywhere else because 2NE1 wasn't active anymore. But I think like, I don't even think it's a problem that they sound so much like 2NE1, because to me I think that's just YG sound, that's Teddy's sound. It's just that if they're both going to be active groups, having this is basically, we talked about, this is basically How You Like That. I'm so sorry. This has such like quintessential, even the breakdown is quintessential what Blackpink has been doing. And I'm like, and I agree, like it's really almost baffling that they fought, I'm assuming, so hard to make sure that Blackpink stays active just to make this a clone of what Blackpink is giving. And obviously, like you said, this is no shade to the actual girls, because I think they ate down the vocalists, especially. Really, like, I was really impressed and stuff like that. But in terms of concept, I think the reason it does seem dated is because this was new, popping, and hot when 2NE1 did it in 2009. And I'm not saying it's bad either. I'm just saying it's kind of just like, this is not a bad song, but neither was How You Like That or like it's not giving me anything new. I will say I'll at least give them kudos for not jumping on the Jersey club, Baltimore club trend. They did a little. They dipped their foot in a little in the pre-chorus, but for the most part, they're like, let's stick to this 2011 music. No, just kidding.
Dang.
I'm kidding. See, the girls are gonna eat me up, but I'm kidding. Like, I don't mean anything by it. I just was really, my biggest concern is just like, how are two groups that are essentially giving you the same thing going to coexist?
Which is why I think like this is a sign that Blackpink is maybe not going to resign.
I think
Like
I think there was like announced that they're gonna
like all of them.
I think like Blackpink as a group, they're like gonna, like, as a group, but as individuals, they're gonna. I think that's what I saw somewhere. I don't
Are
know.
they gonna actually make music though?
Well, I mean, they barely made music when they were active.
My gun.
How can you do less than a comeback a year? Like,
Yeah.
they're actually more active now. They do like 4 comebacks a year.
Oh, no.
That'd be funny. But yeah, also I'm very curious, because yeah, Notorious, YG's pretty notorious for like really sparse comebacks. So I wonder for this group if we're gonna see that again. But like, yeah, I was just really surprised at how they were like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And
Yeah.
whether, especially nowadays where it's not just like, oh, whatever groups coming out of the big 3 are like, whatever group they are, whatever the group they debut is automatically going to be the leader of their generation, because we already have a bunch of groups. And I guess HYBE is big 4, so them having 2 of the most popular groups is not, that bad. But there's so many groups right now that are like killing it, that you might have not expected, that like, I feel like you have to come with something. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably built-in YG stans or people who just watch this group form that are like, yeah, these are my girls. But I don't know if Gen Z, what you think? Y'all like this?
How you like that?
Bada bing,
Bada boom, bada boom.
Better up, better.
To how you like that?
Oh, I feel like they did like a head cock thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is.
I'm just tired of them doing this freaking. They're in a cube, and there's stuff. Like, they have so much money. Give me a storyline.
That's why they have so much money, because they reserve it by getting the cube.
Do they? Because they make expensive like music videos that
that's true.
and like spend a whole bunch of money on a tank that you can CGI in.
That's true. All right, guys. It's that time. Batter up. Do we think it's a flop or bop? Debut edition. Make sure y'all vote with your hearts. All right. There's no wrong answers.
Oh, what was the other one?
Oh, let me go back because I wanted to give it a proper Johnny John. So y'all said it was a bop. For some reason, my animatic thingy isn't showing. I don't know why.
I was like, that sound. Has that always been there?
Yeah.
Oh. Look at that. I can finally hear.
There we go. Oh, this is a really interesting question. So I'll let you guys. Ooh, y'all are.
It's a battle.
Y'all are cutting up a bit. Y'all, YG pays my bills, so you have to be nice. Jordy had a good question. Do y'all think debuts have the same impact? Like, they've all been meh this year.
Who debuted this year? With meh?
RIIZE debuted.
But I feel like I liked their debut.
I actually thought it was meh, so maybe I'm the same way.
Really?
But the thing is, I don't know if it's me as like a 13-year K-pop stan, or it's really just like I just don't feel the impact as much anymore. Because to me, that's why I was like surprised when you said RIIZE is so popular, because I was like, I don't feel it. But maybe I'm not just going in the right places to feel.
You also like girl groups.
That's true. Who else debuted this year? Natty's group. What are they called?
Kiss of Life.
Kiss of Life. They debuted, but that was like interesting debut. What are they under actually?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just don't think they're in a big company.
Oh,
I just
S2
didn't even.
Entertainment.
Who?
S2. I've never heard of them, but S2
Yeah.
Entertainment. Yeah, I've never heard of them. But I guess they were a bit different. It was like people that people already knew. Who else debuted?
2023. K-pop.
Oh, Zero Base One.
Well.
Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? They're another one who I okay. So for the people who are really beyond Zero Base One, do you think, two questions, and this is not trying to get anyone hate, I'm just trying to get some context, because again, I also think that this was like, for being such a like a big show where you vote, I feel like it's kind of lackluster. And I think you're right, Chrissy, that they probably are doing well. But I want to say, in comparison to 101, do we think they're as big as 101 was? And do you think that Seunghan, I think that was the guy who got center, is as popular as Daniel was? Or what is that relatively? I need some context, y'all. I'm sorry.
Boy Next Door was this year.
Oh, okay, they were too. Oh, and that's a Hype subsidiary, right?
Yeah.
And they have Zico.
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of lackluster too.
The Luna
It's okay,
subgroups. Or the Luna.
Oh yeah. Okay. Artemis and
Lucemble.
They
They really tried with that. They were like, you know what? You better know.
Wait a second. Oh, y'all are fighting. I was about to call it whatever, but y'all, but I'll give it like a minute or whatever, because it was
For what?
I'll just call your uncle.
It's been 3 minutes. Call what it is. I'm kidding.
we let Vic sit there for a good 2 hours, and granted nobody was made it flop, but Chrissy says, oh, no way, not as big. I'm actually surprised they're doing well, because I thought boy group / girl group competition shows are basically over. Okay, that's a fair assessment. That's true. They do have a bit of a debuff that way. All right, y'all. Well, okay, so because Jazz told me to stop it here, I will.
I mean, you can keep it going.
Okay. I forget how long I did with the... Oh, why is this the wrong picture? But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I guess not. I guess like I don't know, because I still do think that like you do get eyes on you for being big three, and I think with BABYMONSTER it's even more so because they had a show like associated with it. But I do think that people are like, okay, you debuted, so what? We have a bunch of people already giving us good music. Show us something interesting, like that kind of thing. So I do think it's like not an instant. I don't think we've seen instant hits recently in a while, where it's like somebody debuts and it shoots up to #1 or something. Well, maybe like New Jeans.
I feel like last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but it's kind of hard because a lot of those groups, well, maybe not aespa, but like IVE and Le Seraphim had people we already knew, so people were anticipating it. But I guess that's kind of like the basis of like New Jeans with their surprise debut, and aespa was pretty popular as well. Well, it took a while for aespa to really be popping though. Black Mamba wasn't that popular, if I remember correctly.
I feel like that's how all SM groups seem.
I guess that's true, but I don't think we have like people who are just off the bat like everyone's like foaming from the mouth.
I kind of was like, I like them, but I feel like I'm just an SM stan, to be honest. I feel like I like anything that comes from that. It just seems like that's who I favor, and it's very odd.
She likes SM, she hates JYP groups, and she hates YG groups, and she hates hype groups. All right, y'all.
I like Le Seraphim.
Oh yeah, let me tell you about Le Seraphim. Hwasong says, I think ZB1 is doing quite well, honestly, but obviously not as well as they would when survival shows repeat popular. Okay, I think that's kind of probably why, but that makes sense though, because I do know like people were like really rabid about like when they named the top the winners of and who was going to be in the group. All right, y'all. So that's it for that. I really don't want to do this because they're babies, y'all. Y'all really put me in a position. Hold on. Y'all said that this was a flop. I don't. I listen. Babytes. What are their fans called?
It's not that.
Babyonces. I don't know what to tell you. Again, like, it being a flop, I'll say this much because I know this seems like a
Baymon? Oh no, they're called Baymon.
Yeah, I know this is coddling. They actually were good for what they were given. Like, they sang really well, they rapped really well. I just feel like Teddy, let's take a writing boot camp. Let's take.
I don't think he was in it. I think I looked at the producers. He's not a producer. I don't think he was on the list.
Well, I apologize, Theodore. I did not know.
I feel like somebody was there, like YG was like, all right, Teddy's not a part of this, but copy his homework. Please.
Oh
we
my
need it.
God. Look at me blaming him. I'm so sorry. The little monsters are gonna come for us. I'm sorry, little monsters. Wait, isn't that Lady Gaga? Fan base?
Oh yeah, aren't they called that?
Uh-oh. Their first scandal.
That's what their fandom's called.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So, of course, it is time for I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I don't think they heard any of that.
I was gonna say I didn't hear any of it.
I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm gonna have to do that again because that was very embarrassing for me. Let me redo that in a way that makes sense. All right, let's try that again.
Oh, now I hear.
I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. What the heck? I'm not your boyfriend. For some reason, it's coming out of my speakers instead of my, I don't know. You know, Lucifer's out here. All right, y'all. What do y'all want to talk about? We have like 2 minutes because I accidentally went too long. We have 8 minutes. Jess, did you want to start? Chat, did you want to start?
I don't know what happened this week, to be honest.
I mean, I feel like I talked about all the big stories, unless I'm missing something that somebody. Oh wait, we didn't talk. This was actually last week, but we didn't talk about it. Kyuhyun getting stabbed.
Oh yeah, that did happen. Forgot about that.
Insane. Like what? Let me actually pull up the specifics because at first when I saw the headlines, I thought it was a musical. What is going on? Oh, all B2B left Cube. Ooh, well.
Oh yeah, that happened a couple of weeks ago. That and Pentagon, a lot of them left as well.
But wasn't it like they were in talks, but it wasn't confirmed when we brought it up? For some reason, I feel like.
No, I think they like left. Like.
Well. Well, they better start putting them coins together.
Oh, at least I don't know about BTB, but I think Pentagon, they definitely left.
Okay. For some reason, I feel like BTP was like in discussion, but didn't happen yet. But they better be getting that coin together so they can buy the name back if they're trying to be active. Okay. A woman wielding... So this is the Kyuhyun story. A woman wielding a knife minorly injured 35-year-old Korean stage actor, TV host, and K-pop singer Cho Kyuhyun after she intruded into the backstage area of a theater in Western Seoul Sunday night. In a statement on X, Kyuhyun's label Antenna said the incident occurred after the final performance of the Korean language musical Ben-Hur, in which the idol most famous as a member of boy band of Super Junior played the lead role. The show had run at the LG Arts Center, Seoul since September 2nd. So the woman in her 30s entered the actor's dressing area around 6 p.m., brandished a knife in front of multiple actors. Kyuhyun reportedly tried to restrain the assailant, and his finger was cut in the process. He was immediately treated and was good health. Oh God. We need to hear a motive. What is going on?
Crazy.
Scary. That's so scary. I would like what? Oh God. That's so scary. Yeah, that like freaks me out. Like that's the one thing that like I'm like, oh, I would love to be famous or whatever, but then also like not because like it exposes you to so many crazy people.
One hit wonder. Telling you. That is my goal.
But you might get a
Sing a
cult
song.
following, and then they'll be like, I wonder where Jasmine lives these days.
Hopefully that's when I'm like 80. I'm like, oh my gosh, my song. It's hitting the radio again. Kinda like that what is it, Kate Bush?
Who? Oh, the
That
one from Stranger Things.
If I only knew.
I'm scared.
That's how the song sounds. How dare you? Kate Bush is offended.
Sorry, Kate Bush. Shout out to you. I'm late AF, but stream VVZ's Maniac. I saw. Oh wait, that's not the song. What's the song that's the dance is going viral? Is it Maniac?
I don't know.
I feel like
I
that's.
know they had a dance going viral. But I want to say something about this song. Who wrote this and then said, this makes sense? Because all the, like, why is it Maniac and not Mania?
Oh, okay.
Because the way that it's said makes it sound like it shouldn't be Maniac. Like, Maniac is like an adjective or something. Like, you're a maniac. But the way that we're saying it sounded like they were like, you put me in mania or something. Like, you don't make a person you don't put a person in maniac.
Oh, interesting.
It doesn't make any sense. And it was
Jazz
bugging
has
me
a
when I was
bone to
in this
pick.
song. I don't like when people like, and then you make it the title. How dare you? And you say it multiple times wrong.
That reminds me
No.
of what is it? Red Velvet song, Automatic. It should be Automatically. And so I always say it's just
I forgive them.
Look at you.
It just comes automatic.
Automatically.
I don't know why, but that just sounds right. But that maniac.
You're like,
It was
Red
bugging
Velvet,
me.
They ate.
How dare they? With the maniac. How dare.
But,
That's
you
so
know,
funny. I don't think I ever really caught that. The automatic.
I mean, I guess people say it like that. Yeah, because I was trying to think. Tada Hikaru's it's automatic. No, that's correct grammar. But no, I always thought about that, and I was like, it just comes automatically.
This love is maniac. That's what they say.
I love
And
that.
I'm like,
That's camp, Jazz. That is camp. Okay. Have you ever heard of
like the
avant
whole
garde?
time I was just like, you mean it's like mania?
No.
Like it's crazy. Like,
No. Why would you think
it's
that?
a maniac.
Nope.
Like your love is a actual thing that's a crazy thing.
Yes. the
That
love
sounds
is awful.
scary.
Yeah. The love is crazy.
Not
Any
you being their
problem?
lawyer. Their bouncer.
I had to pick up where Little Uzi Vert left off, you know.
It's so random.
That's funny though. But nothing will ever be crazier than Shut Your Tongue.
Oh yeah. That wasn't the name of the song. if they said that the whole entire song, like close your lips, shut your tongue for the whole entire chorus, then I'd be like, all right, guys.
Oh,
It was
that is
cute for
funny.
one time.
That is. Oh, you know what? You know what's my favorite? You know the car song "If You Want a Pretty, Everyone a Pretty."
Oh, if you wanna be. Oh, I've seen IVE do that. Wasn't it them? Right?
I think.
I think recently they did it like last year or something, like for the year end.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wasn't that New Jeans? But they did tell me. But yeah, that was. I wonder what Nicole was thinking because she's fluent in English. So was she just like?
She probably said something. They're like, "Shut up." If you want a pretty,
Everyone a pretty. All right.
exactly. They're like blank, blank, blank. What is it? Say it right, or you don't get paid.
Everyone
How
a
about-
pretty. Oh gosh. Is
That's
there
my
anything
paycheck,
else?
so whatever.
Right. She was like, whatever. If the check is deposited, I'm fine. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Our I'm, as always, your host, Jay, and listen, that was a perfect Australian accent. I don't know.
Was that what that was? I thought you were trying to do like an old school new, like, I don't even know, newscast
How dare you?
from like the 20s.
Oh, that could have worked. Hey, y'all. No, that was
But
Australian.
now turn country. Y'all.
I'm always missing the mark. Y'all, so yeah, thank you for coming. And as usual, you don't have to go home, but you have to get the heck out of her. Thank you so much for joining us. Jazz, is there anything you want to tell the people before we...
Oh.
Little power.
What are we doing?
Just don't know.
Oh my gosh. I used to love that song. That was bad.
It was a hood classic.
Hood classic.
Catchy.
Hmm?
It was corny, but
Oh yeah, it was catchy.
You said it, oh,
But
you loved it bad. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it was so bad. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I was a child, and he was cute. His eyes were so brown. They were really brown.
That's so specific.
He had such nice eyes.
Would you date
Cute.
him now?
No. Isn't he like my height?
Listen, short
I shouldn't
kings
go-
don't.
Yes,
let
they
her,
can do whatever they want.
Don't let her bring you down. All right, short
Just
kings.
bring me down. You know, I'm also not tall, so you know,
Short
come for
queen.
me.
Listen, tell me why?
He's
why,
5'7". Okay, but anyway, I've been. What is going on? Listen to my why. Anyway,
Somebody new. Like,
I'm black. Him breathing heavy in a shower, and then him sounding like he said, "I'm black."
somebody new. Like, mama, I need you to calm down. All right, let's take a melatonin.
Well, that's your fave cup, like emulating himself. Rain said, "You will be me."
No, I'm gagged because the Rain in the end when it's like, "It's over, baby," that's him. I'm like, mama, let them sing their own track. What do you
No.
mean?
This is my comeback. Did you not know?
Sick and twisted, Rain. All right, how dare? All right, Jazz. What do you have for the people?
I've been obsessed with the game called Lords of the Fallen. It's not that great. There's so many glitches, but if you like Souls games, you might like it. Souls-like games, if you know what that means. Also, there's a new show called Murder at the End of the World. I think that's what it's called. Murder. Yeah, at the End of the World. That's on Hulu, and it's like a murder mystery, and I've only watched like the first 2 episodes, and it's pretty good so far. So, if you're interested in that, you should watch that.
I love a murder mystery.
FX, Hulu, whatever. Yeah.
I gotta check that out. Oh, okay, yeah, recently debuted. Jazz, I think you're forgetting something.
Oh!
Yeah, don't worry, she'll learn. We're teaching her. Come on, y'all.
I bet. I also stream on another channel on Twitch called Forfeit Gaming. It's like 4 with like the number 4, so FOU. What the heck? Why can't I spell? Anyway, FOUR Fit Gaming, and it's on Twitch. I'll type it in. But we just play games. It's 3 of our other friends. One of them you might know, Dan. He's been in some of the streams as, I think, Manny Danny. One of the names. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and we just play games. Recently, we just we voted for what's it called, the Gaming Awards last week, and then just yesterday we played Baldur's Gate. We started playing that, so it's an interesting thing because none of us have played a game like Baldur's Gate, so it's just us confused because I really don't understand. But it's fun.
When do you guys usually stream, and what do you think you're gonna stream?
Sunday at 6, maybe 6:30.
EST for those
Yes,
people.
EST. ET. My dad gets on me so much, like he'll be like, "Why do people not realize that daylight savings means that it's ending or whatever?" So I think it's EST right now, or standard. I think we're on standard time. Yeah, EDT, EST, two different things. He gets pissed. Whatever just ended. I think something just ended. I don't know. So I think we're in. I don't know.
I didn't know that. Wait,
Oh no,
so
yeah,
ET is just the general, like catch all.
yeah. That's just the general thing. So you don't have to think about changing EST or EDT.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna start
Yep.
doing that because I definitely put in like my any type of visual I make. I use ET. Ugh. I'm humiliating myself.
Honestly, most people understand what you're saying, but my dad is literally like, no. If you sent that to me at work, I would be like, I would send it, be like, okay, I'll be there, and then I'll show up late. And I was like, okay, sir, relax.
And then everyone's there and you miss it, and he's like, "Wait,
Yeah.
no."
It's like, why you don't mean that. You know exactly what they meant.
That's funny. That's cool to know. But yeah, I'd be like, well,
Yeah.
anyway. um, for me, y'all, yeah, I want to get on here and talk about Squid Game. So if you guys are interested in, I'm gonna find a day. I'll tweet it out. I don't know if I want to do episodes 1 through 5 before the news ones drop on Wednesday. So I guess then it would have to be tomorrow I would stream. But also I'm gonna start trying to use my Twitch more, just to like do like little things here and there and kind of figure out, because I feel like I just kind of left it high and dry, and I hate that for me. And I actually really really like the Twitch's like interface and little things you can do with it. It's just like no
YouTube, you hear that?
well, Susan, you know where I stand.
Susan's gone.
You know what?
It's, I don't know what his name is.
Mark? It's like I don't even know who it
Mark
is.
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg? You know where I stand too. But yeah, so follow me there, check me out there, and then follow me on Twitter for any updates. Yes, so thank you guys so much, and see you next time on The Sleepy Idol. Dream of me. How dare you?
Swat it away.
How not? You know what? Because of that.
TJ on the beat.
I'm feeling lonely. Oh, I wish I find a lover that could hold me.
Just in case they.
Oh yeah, Kina was at the what's it called awards. Sorry, I should have brought that up. Kina?
Oh, the Game Awards?
Was that Billboard?
Oh, the Billboard Awards. Oh
But-
yeah. Did they?
Well, we can talk about that next week.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. All right, bye guys. Thank you.